Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to be changed? I'm not talking about looking better on the outside. I'm not talking about trying harder, striving more, saying all the right words. I mean changed, transformed from the inside out, so that when people look at you, they no longer see you, but the one who lives within you. You can't walk into the presence of the Holy Spirit and remain the same. It's impossible. He is too holy, too mighty, too full of truth. When he walks in, everything else has to go. Pride has to go, fear has to go, bitterness, shame, rebellion. They cannot stay. They wither in the fire of his presence. But, child of God, the Holy Spirit doesn't invade, he invites. He waits for surrender. And oh, how few know what it means to truly surrender. We sing about it, we preach about it, but we still hold the reins of our own lives. We trust him with our eternity, but not our today. We trust him with heaven, but not our habits. We say, "Come, Holy Spirit," but we keep the doors of our hearts half closed. You must yield. You must come to the place where you say, "Holy Spirit, I give up," not in defeat, but in victory. Not in weakness, but in holy dependence. That's where transformation begins. Not when you try harder, but when you surrender deep. Do you know what the Spirit does with a surrendered heart? He fills it, he floods it, he transforms it, not with human effort, but with divine power. You will weep not from sorrow, but from awe. You will hunger not for success, but for holiness. You will crave the word, long for prayer, and burn with a fire that the world cannot explain. But hear me, this is not an emotional moment. This is a holy exchange. The old must die so the new can live. That selfish ambition, lay it down. That secret sin, expose it to the light. That plan you've held onto so tightly, place it in his hands. And then, wait, listen, let the Spirit speak. Let him guide. Let him transform. Oh, if only you could see what he wants to do in you. If only you could catch a glimpse of the life he has prepared. So full of purpose, so drenched in glory, so marked by peace. But it comes only through surrender. And when you finally let go, when you finally stop resisting, something glorious happens. You don't just become a better version of yourself. You become a vessel, a temple, a dwelling place of the Almighty. You carry his presence. You become his witness. And everywhere you go, the atmosphere shifts. Not because of who you are, but because of who he is in you. So today, say it with your whole heart. Holy Spirit, teach me to surrender, not halfway, not in word only, but fully, deeply, completely. I want to be transformed, not by my strength, but by your presence. Make me holy, make me whole. Make me yours. True surrender begins not with an outward act, but with the quiet decision of the heart to let go of its own will. It is the place where human striving ends and divine leading begins. So many long to live a life transformed by the Holy Spirit, yet they resist the very thing he requires, yielding. The will is the deepest part of the soul, and it clings tightly to control. It plans, it reasons, it defends, but the Holy Spirit will not wrestle with your will. He waits until you are ready to lay it down. To yield the will means more than asking God to bless your plans. It means surrendering the right to make plans apart from him. It's not inviting him to walk with you. It's asking him where he is going and being willing to follow, even when it costs, even when it hurts, even when it's not understood. The will must bow before the lordship of Christ if you want the Holy Spirit to reign. This is where transformation begins. Not when the circumstances change, not when the feelings align, but when the heart finally says, "I trust you more than I trust myself." That moment of surrender is powerful. It breaks the grip of pride. It silences the voice of fear. It opens the soul to be shaped, molded, and led. You may not see the change all at once, but heaven takes notice the moment you yield. A surrendered will is not weak, it is free. Free from the burden of control, free from the pressure to perform, free to live, led moment by moment by the Spirit of God. It is the birthplace of every transformed life, because until the will surrenders, the heart cannot be filled. Transformation does not come through effort alone, nor through discipline or intellect. True transformation requires the fire of His presence. It is not a gentle adjustment, it is a holy invasion. When the Holy Spirit comes, He doesn't just improve what is already there. He consumes, refines, and recreates. The presence of God is not passive. It is powerful. It searches the depths of the soul and burns away what cannot remain. The fire of His presence is the furnace where the old man dies and the new creation is born. Many want change without the fire. They want growth without the burning. But the Holy Spirit does not negotiate with flesh. He doesn't coexist with rebellion, pride, or compromise. When He comes as fire. Just as gold is refined by heat, your life must pass through the holy flame to be made pure. The fire is not to destroy you. It is to deliver you. It reveals what is false, what is selfish, what is dead, and it replaces it with what is eternal. In His presence you are stripped of pretense. All masks fall. You begin to see yourself as He sees you, not with condemnation, but with clarity. And in that moment of holy exposure, He begins the work of divine reconstruction. You find yourself hungering for righteousness, yearning for purity, craving intimacy with the One who dwells within. No sermon, no system, no strategy can do what one moment in His fire can do. The world offers behavior change, the Spirit brings heart change. And that change is lasting because it is birthed in the presence of the holy. If you truly want to be transformed, don't run from the fire, run into it. For in that fire you will not be consumed, you will be made new. The Holy Spirit leads. He never pushes. He is not a forceful driver, but a gentle guide. He does not demand, He invites. He does not shout over the noise of your life. He waits for you to be still. His leadership is marked by peace, not pressure, by clarity, not confusion. When He leads, He does so in perfect love, always in alignment with truth, always with eternity in mind. Many expect the Spirit to operate like the world, to rush, to force, to control. But He never violates the will. He leads those who are willing to follow. To be led by the Spirit requires sensitivity. It means tuning your ear to the still, small voice that often speaks in whispers rather than shouts. He speaks through conviction, not condemnation. He directs through the word, through inner witness, through divine timing. But if your life is too loud, too full, too hurried, you may miss His gentle leading. The Holy Spirit will never overpower you. He waits to be welcomed. There is freedom in His leadership. He does not lead with fear or manipulation, but with wisdom and grace. When you follow Him, you are not driven by obligation. You are drawn by love. He shows you the path of life one step at a time. You may not see the whole journey, but you will sense His prompting. Turn here, wait now, speak this, be still. And in following that voice, you find yourself walking in alignment with heaven. To live a transformed life is to walk not by impulse but by guidance. It is to trust that His way is higher even when it's slower. It is to rest in the assurance that when He leads well, never pushing, never rushing, but always perfectly in step with the Father's will. If you truly desire a transformed life, one not conformed to this world but shaped by the very hand of God, then you must come to the end of yourself. Surrender your will, welcome the fire, and choose daily to be led, not driven. This is not a call to religious effort. This is a divine invitation to holy partnership. The Holy Spirit does not come to decorate your life. He comes to possess it, to purify it, and to use it for the glory of the Father. There is no greater power on earth than a life fully surrendered to the Spirit of God. When He takes over, you don't just live better, you live anointed. You don't just speak truth, you become a living testimony. And the world will not be able to deny the change, because it will not be you they see, it will be Him. So today, make the decision that changes everything. Holy Spirit, take all of me. Teach me to surrender. Consume what must be consumed. Lead me into the life You've prepared. I will follow completely, joyfully, fearlessly into Your presence and into transformation.